random people. Then I realized.
Hi, Andy. Good evening. How are you?
Good, man. Hold on. Let me move over here to somewhere quiet. I'm so sorry about what happened today. It was a crazy day, and I had an alarm set on my phone, and it never went off.
Well, no
And then I
problem.
wasn't in place.
It's
I
even
was at
better
a
because
club
this way
where phones are not allowed. Anyway, my apologies. That wasn't my intention.
no problem at all, because the good thing is that then we had the opportunity all to see the film, and some of the questions can come based also on the film that after watching it. So thank you very much for taking the time to be with us. And I would start with a couple of persons that want to ask you some questions. And then we want to give you the award that we created for the festival. And you are the first winner of the award, because you have been very cooperative with us, and especially for helping me in the organization of the event, because this is the first Hispanic film festival that we have in the United States, because most of the films are Latinos or international, but there are no Hispanics. And well, anyhow, what I will do is I will invite the people, because we are here in backstage, and the screen is looking to the public. I will invite the two or three people to ask you questions, and then John Descamps will give you the award. And if you don't mind, after that I will turn off the screen, and there is one person that wants to ask you a personal question.
Okay.
Just a minute. Okay, who would like to start with the questions? You can see here.
Hello, Andy Garcia. My name's Arthur Hernandez. First of all, thank you. That was a beautiful film. I remember you from the days of Que Pasa USA. All right, when you used to do things in Miami. So I'm very, very appreciative of the stuff that you can do this stuff, make a film like that, and everybody's Latino. So the question that I have for you is, how do we get more Latinos in the industry? I mean, you've been in it now for over 40 years.
Well, there's more and more. I must say this. I see a lot of young kids out there that are committing to the arts and specifically in the film, television, and stage. It's a very crowded field out there right now. There's a lot of young kids and making the headway and doing great work, and so I think we're in good shape. We have and not only from America but throughout the Americas. Very talented directors from Central and South America that are coming out, and from Spain, and actors, of course. So I think we're doing okay. I mean, we could use a little bit more diversity in television, but it's a lot better than when I started, I can tell you that much.
Well, thank you again. Thank you very, very, very much. Appreciate all your efforts.
Thank you.
Gregory is a professor of UNF, and he is in the Fine Arts Department, and he would like to ask you a question about the students.
Hey, Andy Garcia. Thank you very much for coming to see us so late. I'd like to ask you on behalf of literature students in the Spanish program, having seen how you interwove so well Martí and the work of Cabrera Infante, and putting the Lewis Carroll aspect of Cabrera Infante together with Bill Murray was a stroke of genius. How would you recommend that students in language programs, and specifically literature programs, could get involved in film or television, not necessarily as actors, and not necessarily as strictly writers, but what would be a good step for a student from Florida studying Spanish and particularly literature to get into the field?
Well, if you're interested in writing or producing, I mean, the quickest way to produce is to write a great script, So writing is certainly an avenue which you can try to enter the vortex of this industry, which is very difficult. But if you can write beautifully, then that's always, if people respond to your material, maybe get into a staff writer in a television show, or you have a spec piece of material that you can get read and people respond to. It's very difficult. There's no set rule, I couldn't tell you there's no, step-by-step, step program to becoming successful as a writer. Film, there just isn't, But writing, if you have to write. That's what's going to get you noticed, obviously, right?
Okay, thank you.
¿Quieres hacer una pregunta?
No.
Borneo is a student of Jacksonville University. He's actually recording and filming all the events of this film festival, and we will produce. He will edit a short video at the end of the whole festival, and we will send you a copy so you can have everything.
Hi, it's very nice to meet you. It's an honor. I'm a film student. I go to Jackson University, and right now I've had the opportunity to work on a set and just see how everything goes around. And I'm sure that you've had a ginormous experience behind you, and like a lot of situations where something may have gone wrong, something may have gone right. So my question is, what is the craziest thing that has ever happened to you while you were filming a movie on a set? Something that stands out.
Well, I don't know if crazy is the right word for it, but sometimes there are situations that are delays, in films, and things shut down because of weather, or things that come up in terms of a snag in the process of, you're promised a time slot of getting a situation, like a location, and it just falls apart and it's scrambled. I mean, recently I was doing a film called Fuel, and like to us for Fear the Lightning, for an hour's time. So sometimes it works, the downtime, especially downtime, sort of have most fellow artists that are working with the film. Everybody just got to wait to hurt.
Okay. Thank you so much. We had a little bit of problems with the sound, but thank you so much. Thank you so much for the answer. Everything's recorded, so thank you.
Well, you know that during this festival, what we did is that we decided to create some sort of award that is not a shelf award. It has to be a piece of art that you can even display in your house, or you can display in your office, wherever you like. And Jean Descamps is, he called himself Le Chiffre Artiste because he only works with numbers. And he created this special Taurus, and we are sending it to California with another actor that is in Hollywood, and actually he works in the same with the same agency that you work. So we will be delivering it with tomorrow or Monday with our good friend Alec White. So anyhow, Jean.
Hello, Andy. It's a pleasure for me. Send to you this piece represent the symbol of the first festival here in Jacksonville. For us, I'm coming from Venezuela. At this moment there are very, very problems similar at Cuba, some years later. And for me, it's a very pleasure to give you, and I hope you enjoy this piece.
Let me see it.
The first, please, okay.
Do you want?
No.
Oh, great. Now, is the bull part
Yes,
of
it's a bull.
But is it part of the festival or is it just your own creation? The symbol of the bull.
The symbol of the bull is, as you know, in Spain, the bullfights.
Yes,
We
of course.
decided that as this is a Hispanic symbol, he actually created this one, and what we did is we are giving the first one to you, and then we are creating some replicas for some of the sponsors of the festival, and from this year and over, we will be giving this kind of award to the best movie, to the best director. So the idea is to start to invite international filmmakers.
It will always be a bull. It will always be this bull.
Sorry?
It will always be this bull.
Yeah, always will be this bull. The only difference will be that in the signature, he will put the year that is assigned.
But it'll always be.
It will be always an original.
And all that. Same as this.
Yes, same as this, but your will be always will be an original signed by the artist
Right.
until the artist won't be around. But in the meantime, he will continue delivering them.
Great. Thank you. I'm so proud and so honored to be. You thought of me that way. You know, The Lost City is a movie that I cherish. I consider it one of the most important things I've ever done in my life. So I'm appreciative that you decided to share it with people over there.
I would like to ask you another question before we switch off and we pass it to the private question of Alec White. When you are presenting a film like this, you are talking about immigration. How do you feel today that we can help the people that need to immigrate from countries like Venezuela or Nicaragua or some of the countries that are really suffering at this moment? And what can we do while we are right now American citizen, or we are, although originally I was Venezuelan, today I'm an American citizen and I want to help some of the people that we have there.
Well, of course, I'm not an expert in immigration policy and all the ramifications of all the things that have to be adjusted for it to work to the best of its ability. But I am a product of a country that has received me and gave me the opportunity to pursue my dreams here. And I feel that as an American, we all do process to anybody who wants to come in here and contribute in a positive way to our country. It's only going to make the country better. There has to be a process of how that happens, And if people come in illegally, then there has to be a process of how do you deal with that. I'm not an expert on that process, but the spirit of open arms is one that's essential to our country. Everybody in America is an immigrant. There's nobody other than the American Indian. Everybody's an immigrant here.
I agree.
We have to keep that. We never should lose sight of that. From my point of view, we have to have open arms. But lives have changed. Since the 60s and 70s and 50s and 40s and 30s century, times have changed. There are issues that have to be dealt with how you process people at the border for obvious reasons, let alone terrorism and stuff like that.
Agree.
But that should not curtail the fact that we want you're open for people to come in. We want people to
Thank you very much.
But
Okay, and
the screening process is an important one.
nice to meet you.
Gracias, thank you.
Just then, with this, what I will do is we are shooting the screening to the public, and I will invite Alec White to come here to ask you the question.